Hey, welcome back. And today I wanted to talk to you about another flashlight. And to be totally honest, I think that this one's going to become my new daily carry. And I actually think that it's a better value than the Nitecore Tip SE that I reviewed not too long ago. And if you missed that video, I'll leave a link to it in the description somewhere. But the light that I'm talking about today is the Wuben G5. But before we get started, if you'd like to help the channel grow, please consider subscribing. We have almost reached that first milestone of 1,000 subscribers, and I would love your help to get there. But let's jump into it. And just to be clear, Wuben did send me this light to check out, but this video is not sponsored at all, and they are not seeing the video before it goes live, so these are my genuine impressions. And I think what I love most about this light is the incredible value. I mean, it punches way above its weight in features, and Wuben made some pretty cool design choices if you ask me. So like the Nitecores, these are full metal body. It feels really durable in hand. It doesn't feel cheaply built at all. So it is a little bit wider than the Tip SE, but it also has a ton more features, so it's kind of worth the trade-off if you ask me. One of those features is actually the rotating beam. So as you can see, it actually rotates about 180 degrees, which is really nice when you need to make some fine-tuned adjustments for the light to be exactly where you need it to be. I know you've been there where you've had to balance a flashlight in an awkward position just so the light could hit the right angle, but no more with this one. Just keep in mind that when you're using this light at higher brightness levels, that beam is going to get really hot to the touch, so handle it with care. And right below that rotating beam, you actually have the pocket clip here. And this clip is actually pretty clever because it's multi-directional. And instead of having to unscrew it to change the position, you just kind of pull it out and rotate it and it clicks into place. I haven't had the light long enough to tell you if this is going to loosen up over time, but it does feel really sturdy. However, I don't see an easy way to tighten this up if this screw gets loose. Since it's right below the beam, there's really no way to access it. So it's also IP68 waterproof. And to be totally honest, I have no intentions on testing that, but I imagine that the waterproofing has something to do with how the lock switch actually covers the USB port. Speaking of that switch, when it's in the locked position, you cannot accidentally turn on the light. And I think that's an advantage over the Tip SE. Like I mentioned in that video, there's no way to lock the light, so your mileage may vary with accidental presses on that one. And like I mentioned, when you slide the switch to the on position, the USB port stays covered, and when you slide it all the way open, that's when you have the USB-C port to access. So speaking of the charging port, if you're running this thing at 400 lumens, when it's completely charged, you're going to get a little bit less than an hour of battery life. On the lowest brightness setting is actually set to run closer to almost 3 days. But again, I have no desire to leave it on that long, so I will not be testing that. When it's unlocked and powered on, you can control the brightness using this dial, which also doubles as a button. And of course, in this price range, it doesn't have a screen, but the dial is tactile enough to kind of give you an idea of where you are on the brightness scale. And I think that my favorite feature about the light is that there's a very convenient magnet at the bottom. So you can actually stick this thing to metal surfaces and angle the beam however you want. It's really handy to work on something hands-free. Another thing that this light has is RGB capabilities. Not really sure what you would use that for or how practical it is, but it is there if you need it for something. But as a regular torch light, I think that it's great. At 400 lumens, of course, it's not the brightest light in the world, but for under 30 bucks, again, really great value, and you get a ton of versatility in a very little package. If you want to pick one of these lights up, Wuben is offering my viewers 20% off. And you can find details on that in the description below. But that's going to do it for this one. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you're looking for more content, YouTube thinks you're going to love this video here, but I hope to catch you in the next one. Later.